Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Municipality of Monroeville Zoning Hearing Board meeting. Would you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Sharon, roll call, please.
Mr. Rosepel,
Here.
Mr. Griziak, Mr. DiAugustino,
Here.
Mr. Gatos,
Here.
Ms. Wilkins. Here. Mr. Dice,
Here.
Mr. Weldon.
Here.
Thank you, Sharon. May I have an approval on the last month's meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve minutes.
I'll second those.
Moved and seconded, and the minutes are approved. Under old business, Paul?
First item is 21-7-A, Tasha Godfrey Knight. Applicant requests a variance from Table 201A, permitted uses of the Monroeville zoning ordinance number 1443 as amended to operate a child care facility in a residentially zoned area. The property address is 429 Raspberry Drive, tax parcel 855-B-170 in the R2 one-family residential zoning district. This item was tabled at the March 3rd, 2021 zoning hearing board meeting.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Is the applicant present? Would you please come forward? Sign in if you would, please. You state your name for the secretary, please.
Tasha Godfrey Knight.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would you raise your right hand, please? You swear that the testimony you're about to give this board this evening shall be the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You may present your case.
Well, I'm here again to propose to open a small in-home child care. Before when I came, I don't know if I was prepared enough, but I brought all my paperwork that I need as far as my licensing and my credentials that I have. And also, I just would like the courts to know that this is not a facility. It's a small entity which will be controlled under the state. I can only have 10 children, and sometimes 6 if I have infants. I will be providing care for infants and toddlers. The hours would be 7:30 to 5 p.m. And it's just something that, it's my passion. It's something that I really want to do. I think that it's, I don't know what really else to say. I just would like to open the daycare. It's not going to be a facility. It's going to be a small entity. It's not, I think the word facility kind of scares people because they think of it as a big daycare, but it's not. And I think that's the most important thing of it all. It will be regulated by the state, and that's what I want. That's why I'm here. So I can be regulated and the state can come in and assess and do, come as they need to make sure that I'm doing the proper things for the children as a provider.
Okay, did you say you brought all your paperwork?
Yes,
this evening
sir.
From the state?
Yes.
Do you have anything to offer us that we can have the secretary keep?
Sure. Well, I do need some of these things back.
Okay.
I have my CPR card in here, first aid and things like that I would need back.
You want it to see it?
Yeah, we'll pass it around, take a look at it. Give it back to her.
I don't know if you guys remember from last time that I used to work at the VA for 10 years. This has always been my passion, children. I've always worked with children, even on the weekends, babysat, whatever, like that. And I just want to show you a product of me, because this is,
Okay, how about laying that down right
Sure.
in the middle of that spot?
sure,
I'll get a picture and I'll put it up on the TV.
If you lay it flat
okay,
and have it facing towards you, the camera above you will put it on the monitor.
okay.
And then just look at, okay, that looks good. If you look at the monitor, you can see what it looks like.
I see it. And these are just some of the kids that I've had the pleasure of babysitting, and weekends, day camps, just several different experiences. But this is my life. And I do want it to be governed, and I want it to be right, and that's why I'm here. By the state of Pennsylvania.
Did you tell us there was somebody else in the house that's gonna be helping you? Your husband or somebody?
No, my husband works at Schumann Center for 32 years.
No, that's right.
I have Miss Joanne, she's a retired daycare teacher that would be willing to help me. It's only myself, my son, he's 15, he goes to Gateway, and my husband. That's the only people that reside in my home.
Any of the board members have any questions?
In your packet, there, you had, I guess, on the last page, a petition of 3 names.
Well, from my understanding, there were a couple residents that didn't want, that opposed to the daycare. So I just wanted to give you that and result of that.
Okay.
And the person, yes, sir. The primary person that it would affect, if it did affect anyone, would be the person that lives directly across the street from me. There's also pictures in there. When parents would pull into my driveway, I have a huge driveway. They will pull in and they will proceed to leave, when they do leave, and go up the street. There's an empty house. A gentleman passed away across the street from me as well. It's empty right now. I tried to get something from his daughter, but she lives in Florida, so I wasn't successful at reaching her. But the neighbor that lives directly across from my driveway, where the cars would have to back up, not onto their property, but they would be backing up, in front of their front yard. And she said that that's the first person's name on there. She said that she is totally in agreement with that.
Okay, so the 3 people listed on that form are in favor of.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. And that's basically all that.
Okay, let me get Heather to be able to look at that first. Anybody else have any other questions to ask while she's looking at this? Yeah.
We have smoke detectors. Do you have smoke detectors on every floor,
Everywhere.
in basement, bedrooms?
Yes, sir. And that's something, again, that the state would, before I would even get my home license, that would be in part of my inspection. I would have an initial inspection from the state. Someone would come and make sure I have the smoke detectors, proper bedding, proper outside equipment, things of that nature for the children, for safety.
Paul, have we had any of our building inspectors involved in this yet?
Not yet.
Would they go through?
Yeah, if the variance is granted, then we could issue a zoning permit. Once a zoning permit is issued, she could get an occupancy inspection. You had mentioned up to a maximum of 10 children. Do you plan on having 10?
No, I don't, because I don't want 10. But I would like to at least have 6. I have 18 nieces and nephews. I have 8 brothers and sisters that live in Pittsburgh. just to give you a short little thing about myself, I'm very respectful towards my community. I would never have all of them coming over my house, or I don't do any of that. I'm very respectful towards my street, my neighbors. I could be babysitting like a lot of kids right now that are family, but I don't. I don't want to even do that because I want things to be right. I want things to be governed, and I want things to be right. So just to tell you a little bit about myself. And I was going to do respite care. And respite care is when a child has like CYS involved, the family has CYS involved. And they pull the children out, it could be at 2 a.m. And I would be the one to take the child in my home for a period of time. I don't know, it's not a set period of time. But that would be a revolving door. Cars would be coming and going at all times of the day. This is a set scheduled time for business time, 7:30 to 5. I have a son that's involved in a lot of sports here in Monroeville, so I need to be available to him as well.
Okay, Paul, did we have any more letters from the neighbors?
Nothing in addition to the 3 that I had last month. I had 3 residents contact me in opposition to the application.
No more.
No additional ones.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the audience concerned with this? Okay. You seem to have your bases covered a little bit better than you did the last time.
I've never
Once
been
you
to
found
court
out
in
what
my
you did.
life,
Yeah,
so I was totally unprepared, and I apologize for that.
yeah.
That was totally my fault. I just was oblivious.
Okay, I think we have 2 different ways we can go in this. We can continue the tabling until we get all this paperwork together for us, unless Sharon can make copies of all that tonight for us.
Okay.
Or we can make a decision on what we want to do. If we don't, that's up to the board. Mr. Dice, you have anything else to add?
No, you have 45 days from tonight to make a decision if the testimony closes. So that doesn't mean, that means you don't have to make a decision tonight. That doesn't mean you can't. I agree with the president of the board that she is more prepared tonight than she was last time. She makes out a case, at least a prima facie case, as far as I'm concerned, to grant a variance if you so desire.
Okay, thank you. Going on that premise, which Mr. Dice just gave us, what's the wishes of the board?
I think
I'm ready, I can make a motion. I said I can make a motion.
If you'd like to make a motion?
Mike, you got something to say?
Actually, I was going to say, if we wanted to table it and to make sure we have everything in line and all the paperwork in place and so forth, we have 45 days to make that decision.
Yeah. I think
Are
that'd
you,
be-
is there a time frame that you're looking, obviously it's probably sooner than later, but is there a time frame you're looking to get things open?
No, sir. If I could get the inspector there, what is it, for my occupancy permit?
Mhm.
As soon as possible, that would be great. That would help because the state's gonna have to come and inspect as well.
Right.
And then I'll have to fix things and get things in proper order for them as well.
Correct.
So the sooner the better. I'm not rushing you, I'm just,
Paul, is there a time, if we were to approve it, or if we were to table it, then approve it, how long would it take for that officer to go and do that, the inspection and so forth? Would it happen the next week, the next day? Is there,
Probably within 2 weeks of the decision.
okay.
Just so everybody is aware, I said you have 45 days. That means if a week from now you decide you know what you want to do, you can decide the case. You have up to 45 days.
I think perhaps the best thing for us to do then is continue the tabling and get back to you within a week.
And that may, yeah, that,
Okay.
so you hear, they can act anytime during that 45-day period. And the president's saying, chances are, he's only one vote. There may be a decision between now and a week or so from now.
Okay,
We won't keep you hanging. We'll
Understood.
Try to get this through quick.
I hope so, and I hope that you grant it, because I'm just very hopeful, that's all.
I believe in the last meeting you had mentioned that ultimately you wanted to open up a location.
Yes, eventually,
Yeah.
but I think this will give me the experience that I need.
Mhm.
You know what I mean, with the
Sure.
small group.
Right.
And I'll really see if it's something that I really want to do.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm pushing for. I left a very good job for this. You know what I mean? This is what I want to do.
Mhm.
It is my passion. It means everything to me.
That's what it's all about.
So that's, you know,
If it's possible, I'd like to make a motion to discuss this for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes and then come back.
Okay, second to that motion?
I second that.
Okay, we're gonna take about a 5-minute break. We'll be back up.
yes, sir, thanks.
Call the meeting back to order. Okay, we've had our discussion in there. A lot of it stemmed on what you brought forth to us tonight. You made a good presentation. So, I will,
Entertain a motion.
yeah, all right, I'll entertain a motion on this.
I'd like to make the motion to approve with a variance of up to 8 children.
Okay.
I'll second.
Motion to approve, seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
Thank
Congratulations.
you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Ms. Knight, one note, you may want to make sure on your the booklet you passed to us, your certification of your CPR, it's a renewal recognition of this month of this year. So it's 4/21. Just want to bring that to your
Thank
attention.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Are you keeping my paperwork, or you
Right
want me
here.
to take
Yeah.
it with
She
you?
has it.
Sharon,
She has it for you.
Okay, thank
You
you.
want to give it to her?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, my goodness, thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Under new business, Paul?
We have one item tonight under new business, 21-9-A, Fayette Resources Incorporated. Applicant requests a variance from section 207.8 of the Monroeville zoning ordinance number 1443 as amended to increase the size of an existing driveway beyond the maximum permissible 25% of the front yard. The property is located at 4610 Burt Drive, tax parcel 1107-J-382 in the R2 One Family Residential Zoning District.
Thank you. Is the applicant present? Come up, please. You state your name for the secretary, sign in.
My name is Jerry Barry. Yes, that was fun growing up with.
Would you raise your right hand, please, when you're done? You swear, or, oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
You're done. You swear or affirm that the evidence you're about to give the board this evening is the whole truth, so help you God?
Absolutely.
Thank you. You may present your case.
We had, I guess we had a complaint on people parking in our yard, so we want to extend our parking a bit. We house clients with intellectual disabilities, and sounds like when we have holidays, when families come to visit and everything, people are parking in the yard, and it's probably making it muddy and making the neighborhood upset.
Is this the most recent picture of your house?
No, sir. We actually have, it's blacktopped down, and then there's some already out into the front of it. We just want to move it back to where we can get a couple more vehicles in there if need be.
Was there a different picture that we just saw of the house on?
Hey, Jared, do you have a more recent photograph of the
That's
property?
coming up on Google Earth.
Yeah, that's from Google Earth. Is that
But I don't-
on the monitor?
So do you have a driveway now?
That's it.
Is there
Yeah,
another
that's-
angle of
that's our
that
most
picture?
recent.
So you have a driveway, is that a retaining wall on the left?
No, it's more of a bank.
I think it's just a shadow there.
Okay.
Makes it look like a wall.
Or if you look at this one, it's just a shadow. There's nothing.
Yeah. It's a whole different picture of the house.
We kind of want to extend it out
Okay,
to
that's
the front of
better.
that car there and up into the yard, so.
How far does your property line go to the left of that Volkswagen?
I do believe there's a fence in the back on the left-hand side. It's,
So maybe another 3 feet, 4 feet?
yeah, we kind of considered that too. We were looking for ways to do this, but it was,
So where that vehicle is parallel on the street in the front of the yard, you want to expand that more?
yeah, kind of over to the right there.
So
and
you
then
wanna-
back into the yard some.
So you want to have 2 tandem parking spaces along the curb, or do you want to have it too deep?
To kind of pull in this way.
Oh, so you would pull, okay, I see,
So you're
okay.
pulling in
So you-
facing the house?
You want two
Yes, sir.
2 parking spaces perpendicular to Burt Drive? Is that what?
Yes,
It'd be almost like a U shape.
facing the house, he wants it.
Yeah, it would,
How about putting this up on the board? Lay that right on the table so everybody can see what we're talking about. Right on the middle of that mark up there.
on the tape there,
Yeah,
facing me.
so, so that red box is correctly placed, it's not upside down.
And then give them a second, they'll zoom in on that.
Okay.
You might have to shift that around on the table a little bit.
Yeah, we don't,
How's that?
It's better.
Yeah,
it's hard to see that block. You can point to your driveway and where that, where you're seeking to get, all right, yeah.
this is our existing, it's already been, blacktopped. And then what we want to kind of do is, if you can see that existing tree there, just kind of go up to it and bring it over. And there's already that little jut out, that was there before, and then we just kind of want to extend all of that.
You basically want to
Oops, sorry, guys.
take up half your lawn then,
Pardon me?
take up half of your front property.
Yeah, no, not that much, but I'd say a third safely.
We're gonna add 2 cars to the right, and that one picture shows us you have a car in the driveway and a car to the left of it.
Can you show the other picture, Jared?
Yes, please.
The one that was faced on. Yeah, I mean, now you wanna move the silver car, turn it so it's faced into the house, off the road.
Yes,
That
sir.
other car next to it,
Correct.
facing in. Then you have easily a 2-car parking behind that blue one, that one and another car behind it.
Yes, sir.
And the Volkswagen is further left with room for another car behind it.
Correct. It would give us approximately, I'd say, 2 to 3 more spots-ish.
How many total spaces do you anticipate to have if the variance is granted?
2, 3.
6?
I'd say maybe 5.
How many clients do you have?
In that house, I do believe 2.
So you need 8 cars for 2 clients.
It depends on how many family members come to visit, and that's,
What's in the garage?
it's not, it's just a storage room. We have,
There's no cars in it.
no, sir.
Can it be used as a garage? Can it be
No,
used as a place to put a car?
no, because we'd have to drywall the ceiling and make it safe to be able to park a car
To
in.
park a car in.
Pardon me?
You have to drywall the ceiling to put a car in it.
Yeah,
Fire code.
correct.
Yeah, it has to
Thank
be
you.
fire resistant.
Does the garage door work?
Yes. Just manually, we just lift it and store supplies.
How long do you intend to have the business here? I mean, is there a length of time because if we're putting this in and it ends up then being sold down the road again and, you know, trying to sell it with,
We've been in business since the 70s. Not planning on going anywhere.
yeah,
And just for the record, the variance would run with the property.
okay.
If it's granted, it's there until the board would remove it somehow. So if you grant it, it's pretty much there permanently.
So on a daily basis, how many people are at the house? Or how many spots are taken at the house?
Kind of a hard question for me because I'm maintenance supervisor. I don't really have.
So you don't own the property?
No, sir, I work for the company. If we have two clients, it depends on severity of the client to how many staff members are there to take care of them. And these are pretty mellow, high-function clients, so it's probably a one-on-one or maybe a two-on-one. Is the terminology we use. A two-on-one would naturally be 2 staff to 1 client. Maybe 2, sometimes 3. There's overnight shift that, 24-hour monitoring, we take care of people that can't quite take care of themselves.
Any other board members have anything? Do we have any letters or calls or anything on this?
I haven't received anything.
Nothing. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to come forward? Okay, seeing none, we'll entertain a motion.
I am going to make a motion to deny.
Okay, motion to deny. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second. Okay. Your motion has been denied.
You gotta vote on it.
You have to
Oh, I'm
vote.
sorry. Okay, there's a motion on the board to deny. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay,
Thank you. You want your paper back?
yeah, please. Thank you.
Two.
Do we have anything else? That's all we have, Paul, right?
That's it.
Okay, I'll entertain one more motion.
Motion to adjourn?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Wait, is
I'll
there a
second.
second? Second?
I second.
Okay, thank you.
Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.